I've been heavily procrastinating doing this video because I feel like I'll really be exposing myself, but you guys have asked and now here I am to deliver. I'm even shy. Oh my god. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Claire-ity. This is my podcast page. It's called Claire-ity Check with Claire-ity, and yeah, thank you for clicking on this video. I know you probably clicked because of the title, which is insane because who has been in a 6-year-long situationship? I have been in a 6-year-long situationship and I'm here to tell you all about it, I guess. So for those of you who don't know what a situationship is, I would say it's like a relationship but without the title, and also like without a lot of the benefits. Yeah. Anyways, before I get into this story, I just want to give a few disclaimers. First of all, I'm by a road, so there might be a bit of noise in terms of cars passing and like people yelling and you know. And secondly, there's so much to this story that I feel like I'll forget a lot of details, so I'm just gonna try my best to tell the story as best as I possibly can. Yeah, I came across this guy on Instagram and I thought he was really cute. And back in the day I used to be very bold. I used to actually shoot my shot. I don't do that now though. So I saw him on Instagram and I hit him up and we started talking, and you know, things were going well, we're getting to know each other, and I felt like the conversation was really flowing. There was obviously chemistry, like, you know, one thing led to another and we basically like got into a talking stage. And so like 3 months go by and I don't know, I felt like we had been talking a lot and we had also been meeting a lot, and to me it just felt like, what are we doing here? We need to seal the deal. And so I brought it up to him. Another thing I don't do these days, I don't bring things up first because I think when you take it upon yourself to always be bringing up conversations and yeah, like you're the one always taking initiative, you'll basically be the one leading that relationship. So like even me shooting my shot, I feel like that just sets the precedent for this relationship because I was always the one bringing up the major conversations. So I bring it up to him and I'm like, yo, I feel like, you know, we've been talking for a long time and yeah, like I like you, you like me, so like, you know, what is this, you know? And then but I guess there were a lot of red flags from the beginning. Let me just start by saying that, because even before I hit him up, like even before I shot my shot, I remember bringing him up to one of my friends and being like, oh, this guy is cute, I'm gonna hit him up. And my friend was like, no, like don't, okay, like this guy is a red flag, because she knew other people who had you know, been with him before and it was never any good stories. But you know, me and my dumb self, I was like, yeah, but like he's cute, you know. So this was the other red flag, right? The fact that I had to bring up this conversation. But also when I brought it up, he was like, oh, what do you want this to be? And me with my dumb self, I was like, you know, I want this to be something, I think I said I want this to be something serious, something like that. And he was like, okay, I hear you. So yeah, he asked me if we could meet that weekend and we ended up meeting up, but it wasn't like we met up on a date. No. I was going out somewhere with my friends and he was going out somewhere with his friends. We're going to the same place. It was a place where like a lot of teenagers used to go to at that time. So yeah, we agreed that we would, you know, meet there. So that weekend I go out with my friends to that place and looking for him because like, you know, I think I had talked to him on the way there or something. Anyways, so I'm looking for him, I'm not finding him. And then as I'm going to, because this place had like a dance floor, as I'm headed to the dance floor, who do I see with some girl in some corner somewhere? My man. I see him talking to some girl and they're really cozy. So I see him and then he sees me seeing him and then I walk away and he's like, no, like you know, she's just a friend, it's nothing deep, like, you know, yeah, like it's nothing deep. So I'm like, okay. He manages to like convince me that everything's okay, like I shouldn't be worried or whatever. I'm like, fine, sure, whatever. We end up hanging out for a bit, and then I don't know who brought up the topic again. I think I brought up the topic, and I was like, oh yeah, so what are you saying? And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want to be your girlfriend. Guys, I was so stupid because like, how is it that we're talking about being in a relationship and he's asking me what do I want? Like, what do you want? How about you say what you want, you know? So he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, okay, I want to be your girlfriend. Then he's like, alright, be my girlfriend then. And then that's how we started dating. Yay! Anyways, so we start dating and, you know, we're seeing each other here and there. But like, I'm not gonna get into so many details, but like the relationship just didn't work out. Like we just were not compatible at all. Like at all. And I just feel like we were both so young. I mean, yeah, we were both so young. We were both so young. It didn't work out, and I reached a point where I was like, I know I need to end this relationship with him, because like, yeah, like it just was not giving a relationship. Let me just say that it was not giving relationship. So I hit him up and I'm like, oh, I need to talk to you. And he's like, what's up? So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking we should take a break. And he's like, oh, me, I don't do breaks. So like, it's either we're breaking up or staying together. So I'm like, okay, I guess this means we're breaking up. And he's like, okay, fine. Like, if you want to break up, let's break up. So we break up. And that first week, I was so okay. I was like, okay, like this is done. This is over. We've broken up. But then it reaches week 2. And suddenly I'm feeling like my life is just not the same without him, you know? Like, I'm fighting for my life. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, clearly when we were together, he was not the best boyfriend ever. And it was not giving relationship, as I said. And I didn't even feel like I loved him or anything like that. But suddenly, we've broken up. And I just cannot live without him. So I remember this was like towards the end of the year. And New Year's rolled around. And I don't remember what I did for New Year's. I think I went out with my friend. I went out with my friend to see fireworks, and I was really in my feelings that day. So I gave him, like, I sent him this long message about how I really appreciate him and whatever, and I just wanted to wish him a happy new year. And yeah, like after that I just went to bed, and then as I'm sleeping I'm hearing my phone ringing. So I wake up and I see it's like 3 a.m. and my phone is ringing, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it's him. He's on calling me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pick up and he's like, oh, did I wake you up? I'm like, yeah, you did, but it's okay. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I was just out and I saw your message and I just thought that was really kind and really sweet. I think he was like, I love you. I don't know, he was just saying a lot of things. And I mean, I was loving it. I was like, oh my god, he loves me. Oh my god, this means we're getting back together. Like, wow. We end up talking for like over an hour, and I'm like, wow, like probably I should get back to him. Probably I should get back together with him, because like, I mean, it's giving, like, just guys, keep in mind I was really young and I was really deep in my feelings at this time. So like, so yeah, we talk for like an hour or something, and then eventually I go back to bed, right? And I feel like this was the beginning of the end. Me and him started talking again consistently. Like, we'd have long phone calls, and these phone calls would last like 4 hours, 5 hours, you know. Sometimes I would literally go to school with like 1 hour of sleep because I was talking to him the whole night before. Like, it was bad, right? And I knew I wanted to get back together with him, but I feel like at this point he just, like, me breaking up with him solidified everything. And he was like, you know, I'm not ready to be in a relationship again. How do I know you won't break up with me again? You know, all of that. And at that time I was like, oh my god, that's so valid. Like, so valid. I broke up with you, so like, you're not entitled to get back together with me. But like, I feel like you can only use that excuse for so long in my opinion, right? Because after this, we were literally like, we would talk, we would meet up, we would, you know, express our feelings to each other. Like, definitely on my end, I knew I had feelings. He told me he had feelings, but like, he just would always be like, nah, I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't want to be in a relationship. Yeah, let's just keep things the way they are. That year, we were very much on and off. Like, we would be talking for months, and then we'd get into a stupid argument, and then we wouldn't talk for like 3 months, and then I would reach out or he would reach out, and like, yeah, like that's how it would go. Actually, I would be the one reaching out, because I feel like at this point the tables had turned. Like, I had become so down bad for him, so like he could go months without talking to me, but me, like 3 months in, I'd feel like I'm dying, I need to hit up this guy, we need to talk. That was just a cycle. Like, we talk, we don't talk, we talk, we don't talk, we talk, we don't talk, until the next year. So now we're like 1 year, 3 years, because you see, the first year we were dating, the second year we had broken up but we were on and off. Now this is it, the third year. So the third year, I literally go abroad for uni, which, by the way, if you didn't know, I went to Canada for uni for like 1.5 years. I have a whole podcast episode about that, so you should check that out if you want to know more about that. So I was preparing to go to uni, and around this time, it's like me and him became much closer than we were before. So now, like, you know, like, I felt like the bond was really tight. I was feeling so emotional because, like, you know, I'm leaving him, and yeah, like, I won't be seeing him or whatever. But like, you know, he always reassured me that, like, you know, we'll be fine, we'll still talk, like, I love you, you love me, all of that. Anyways, so I ended up going abroad, right? And tell me why, guys. Literally, I was abroad for that 1.5 years. I came home, I think, once in between then. But even being in a whole other country could not make me stop liking this guy. I was still so down bad. Like, literally every time I would date someone, it's like I was looking for him in them. So it would never even work out, because like, they just could not match up to him in my eyes, which I feel like is madness. Because like, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this story so far, but I'm wondering, like, what is out of all the things I've told you in this story that could possibly make me so down bad. But anyways, I digress. So I'm literally in Canada, like a whole other country, and at this point, like, me and him are still talking. We're having long phone calls. He's even telling me about other girls that he's seeing. He's telling me about other girls he's seeing. He's asking me about people I'm seeing. Me, at that time, I was not seeing anyone, because I tried seeing people, but I just couldn't like shake him off of like me. So I'd be like, oh, you know, I'm not really seeing anyone, and I used to be very like honest. Like, I'd tell him, like, I'd still very much have feelings for you, so like, I just know there's no point in seeing anyone. And he's like, no, you should definitely put yourself out there, like, see other people, like, you know, all of that, yada yada yada. Anyways, enough time passes, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't sit down here and listen to someone else tell me about the other girls they're seeing when I still very much have feelings for you. Like, it can't work. So I sent him a text telling him, you know, how I'm feeling and everything, and he's like, yeah, it's okay, I understand. You know, if you were back home, it would be a different story. We'd probably, like, I'd be willing to compete if you were home, but like, yeah, like, I totally get it, like, it's fine, whatever. So we stopped talking, right, until I come back in December for December holiday, and we start talking again. Back in December, and this December, like, we spent so much time together, and I felt like I was really like getting to know him on a deeper level. So of course my feelings were falling even deeper for him. I'm thinking we're good, we're back on track, me and him are good, we're in our caffeine or whatever, and then it's time for me to go back here. And you know, as I'm going back, I'm literally like updating him. I'm telling him how I'm like at the airport, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and he's like, oh, like, I'll miss you so much, you know, take care, love you, whatever, let me know when you reach your layover. So I'm like, okay, I'll let you know. So yeah, I get on my plane, I'm thinking about my man, I'm missing him. Of course, I'm missing my family and my friends, but I'm like, wow, my man, like, that was such a beautiful fairy tale story that we had in December. I can't wait to see him again, right? So I reached Amsterdam, which was where my layover was, right? And like, you know, on the plane I didn't have access to Wi-Fi, so I wasn't able to, like, you know, see anything on Snapchat or anywhere. But now finally I do have access to Wi-Fi, so I'm going through like Instagram and I'm looking at people's stories, and I come across one of like my friend's stories, and he's like at some place, I don't remember where it was, but it was some club somewhere. There was an event happening, so I'm just watching the story, and then suddenly I'm seeing a familiar face, and this familiar face is a girl, and this girl is like really close to him, like they're really close to each other, like literally his hand was on her waist, headed towards her ass, and I was just like, that's interesting. It was not interesting, guys. I was crashing out. I was crashing out. I was like, ain't no way this guy is literally over here grabbing some other girl's ass, and I'm over here on like, ain't no way I'm busy crying on the flight about how I'm going to miss my man while my man is out there with some other girl. But I remember I was so devastated. Like, guys, I was so devastated. It was, wow. I remember crying in that airport, crying on the plane, crying when I landed, and then I had to go into quarantine for 2 weeks, crying at the hotel, bruh, listening to sad music every day. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. All this time while he was texting me, oh, have a safe flight, I love you, I'm gonna miss you so much, update me, he was at the club with some other girl, like. So naturally we go on another break for I don't remember how many months. At this point I've even lost track of like how many breaks we've gone on, but we go on another break. I'm not talking to him because I'm like pissed off, you know. And then I think this is now what? This is year what? Because okay, we got together, this is year 4. I feel like it was him. I feel like he reached out for the first time, and I think I wasn't used to him reaching out because it was always me reaching out. So I felt like, wow, okay, this one must be genuine. Like, if he's reaching out for the, like, if he's the one reaching out, then he must really miss me, you know. So we start talking again, right? And then this was around the time when I was thinking about coming back home, and eventually I did. I think I came back August of that year. Like, obviously I'm coming back, he's happy I'm coming back, I'm happy I'm coming back, because, like, you know, I missed home, I missed my friends, I missed my family, and I get to see him, yeah. And now we can see each other a lot more often because we're not going to be far from each other, you know. Let me just say, this whole thing was just a mess. And I can't even be mad at him because I was part of the mess. I was 110% part of the problem, like. So year 5, at this point, I feel like I was in this weird phase where it's like, I know I deserve better, but I just couldn't, like, I didn't have the strength to get out of the situationship, right? But I was very much like distant in a way. So it's like I would still talk to him, but I was being distant. So I go out with my friends this one time and I bump into him, right? And we're talking and like everything is nice. And then he's like, oh, I need to go find my friend. I'll catch up with you after I find him. Like, I'll call you. I'm like, all right, bet. So me and my friends, like, we just continue doing our thing, whatever. Anyways, eventually it's time for me to go home. Like, it's time for us to go home, yeah? And we're literally passing, like, on the road, right? And who do I see? With some other girl. I see this guy with some other girl. And I'm like, ain't no way he's with some other girl. Ain't no way. I remember I called him like the next day because I didn't address him that day. I'm like, hi. He's like, hi. And I'm like, is that you I saw yesterday? Because when I saw him the day before, he saw me see him, right? But he didn't do anything. So I'm like, is that you I saw yesterday? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's all you have to say? And he's like, I don't know what to say. I think he said, yeah, I don't even remember what he said, but he was so rude. He's like, I don't know what to say. So I was like, I bet, like, bye, you know? Cut the call, blocked him, didn't talk to him, was so done with him. Obviously, I was not done with him because this was year 5, guys. Remember, we have 1 more year to go. I don't remember how I ended up unblocking him and speaking to him again. I think I bumped into him again when I went out with my friends again. But yeah, like this whole year, it was a series of like me and him getting back together. Not even getting back together, not officially, of course, but like me and him getting back together, and then finding out he's with some other girl, and then me being pissed, and then me cutting him off, and then him reaching out, and then we resolve things, and then again a few months ago someone else is like, oh, I saw him with this girl. Guys, we literally used to fight. Okay, not used to, but like there has been more than once where we have fought outside. Even when I think about those situations, I'm like, that's so not me. Like yelling, fighting, arguing outside in front of people. Guys, let me just say, in that year I went through a lot. I feel like I very much came across as crazy. I very much did not respect myself. Anyways, that was year 5. So now year 6. Year 6 is where I feel like things really started to now die down. I feel like at this point I had completely checked out, but I hadn't taken the steps towards ending it. I don't know if it's a thing of like familiarity or what, but like definitely I know at this point I had checked out. I definitely had checked out mentally, emotionally, all of it. I just hadn't checked out physically. And so like I just kept things going until at some point I was like, you know what, like, no, let me end this. And even when I ended it, like there was a good like 6 months where we didn't speak, but then he reached out again, and of course I conceded. But even as I was conceding, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I just don't feel like this is me, you know? And so we kept it going for like a month, 2 months. Some crazy things happened in between, very insane stories that maybe one day I'll tell. I don't know if I'll tell the internet, but I'll tell someone. But eventually I was just like, no, like I think I deserve better. And yeah, like honestly sometimes, guys, I feel like it's even better to be alone than to be in some situations and to be with some people, you know? I can't sit here and say like there was a final straw for me. I mean, there was, but like it was more of like an accumulation of things, you know? Him saying he doesn't want to commit, but also insisting on me staying with him and being in this situation with him. Him saying he loves me, but like his words are not matching his actions, you know? No ounce of thoughtfulness, no ounce of care, you know, respect. But also I can't sit here and say that he was 110% the problem, because even me, I was the problem. Like, why was I in that situation for all those years? Why would I tolerate that, you know? I think it was a thing of like both of us to some extent enjoyed the toxicity. What I know is sometimes in life you're better off being alone. Like, there's no need for you to go through all that. That's what I would say. And you should always choose yourself. Just choose yourself. Anyways, guys, that's the story of how I was once in a 6-year-long situationship. I feel like I've tried my best to not say too much, but also say enough. I don't know. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to share it, subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you've ever been in a situation like this, please share your thoughts. And yeah, I hope we listen but we don't judge. I don't know. Anyways, have a good day or night wherever you are, and yeah, take care, guys.